Miss Peace. So I'm an international student and a YouTuber based in Saskatchewan, Canada. So today we are going to be discussing a very important pathway to PR, permanent residence. So there is a pilot program launched by the government of Canada and is going to elapse in June this year. Is the Home Childcare Provider Pilot Program and Home Support Worker Pilot Program. So there have been an adjustment in this program. The program has been on, but for some time there was a closed application on that because I feel the government has this pilot program, they have a particular number of people they take each year. So I think it's not up to 5 years, it's going to finish this year, but they've like reached the cap of the program, the intake. So there have been a pause on that aspect. So the government of Canada opened application this January again for intake to take people for this same pilot program. So what are the requirements? I'm going to be running them down for you to be able to apply for this Home Childcare Pilot Program or the Home Support Worker. These are people that take care of people that actually need help. The nannies, the home support workers, the babysitters. So these are people that the government is talking about. This program will help you apply for permanent residence, okay? And you can come to Canada with your family member. And as you're applying for your permanent residence, you also apply alongside your family member that you enlisted when submitting your applications. So we're going to be, this same pilot program is going to be elapsing this June 17, 2024. So one of the requirements for you to apply for this program is that you're going to have 12 months experience, 12 months working in Canada, not like outside Canada, but of course your previous work experience counts for you to actually get an employer. You can't get employed in a field where you don't have experience. So your previous work experience aids you to getting employment in Canada. Then for you to be able to apply for permanent residence under this pilot program, you need to have 12 months work experience in Canada. So for those living in Canada, is an advantage. If you've been working as a nanny, as a babysitter, or home care worker, you can apply for permanent residence under this pilot program. So this is the official website from IRCC. I'm going to be reading it. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not doing it. I just like you say Home Childcare Provider Pilot and Home Support Worker Pilot. So these are two different pilot programs, okay? You say the home child care provider pilot and the home support worker pilot are 5 years pilot program that lets qualified caregivers and their family members to come to Canada with the goal of becoming permanent residents. So if you are taking care of anybody in Canada, you've worked as a home care provider or as a child care provider for 12 months, you are qualified to apply for permanent residence under this pilot program. That's what they are saying with your family member. So he said, if you have been offered a job in Canada as a caregiver or have given your experience or have experience working in Canada as a caregiver, you may be able to apply for permanent residence through one of these pilots. So the application processes will be different depending on your situation and how much qualifying work experience you have. So now go further to say qualifying work experience. qualifying work experience means you have worked full-time in Canada in one of these national occupation classification. That is NOCA, not code, not jobs. So not NOCA, not jobs. So home child care provider, the NOC code is 44100, while the home support worker is the NOC code is 44101. So be specific, the one you are applying. Don't just go and be applying anyhow. And one of the requirements is that you must have 12 months working experience, and you already apply to gaining experience category. So you don't just go. I will keep the link in my comment section. Don't just go and be applying. It started this January. They open up again for people with this experience to apply for permanent residence. So if you have experience in this field, you can apply with your family member. Another requirement is that you work full-time in Canada as a caregiver. Full-time in Canada as a caregiver. So that's where you can now migrate to direct to permanency category. It's two categories. They have gaining experience category and direct to permanency category. So you have to be specific. Before you move to direct to permanency, you must have applied for gaining experience category before you move here. So if you are working in Canada as a caregiver, this is a good news for you. The government of Canada has decided that you should apply for permanent residence with you and your family members. Okay, so there are some steps I wrote down here, like things you must do or you should do to be able to arrive at where you're heading. Remember, the goal is to become a permanent resident here in Canada. So 1, you already have experience. 2, you're already working full-time here in Canada. 3, you already secured a valid job offer here in Canada aside Quebec. You're already working here in Canada aside Quebec. So, baby, you're not sleeping. So, based on this experience, you can apply. So you select the right program, the right one. If your experience is in childcare, you apply under childcare. If your experience is in home support worker, you apply under childcare. If your experience is in home support worker, you apply under that pathway. They have 2 different NOC code. So you put your NOC code, be specific where you are applying under. Okay, then another one is that you have to choose your category, which I've mentioned is 2 categories: gaining experience category and direct to permanency category. You have to choose the category you are applying under, and make sure that your salary will be able to carry you and your family member you are applying with. Very important. These people know they joke with money. Let me tell you, they know they joke with money. You need to have enough money to be able to pay your bills before you can apply. You need to show that for your money. You need to show you have enough money to take care of yourself and any accompanying family member. Then there is another one. You need to take your language test, IELTS or any other language test, English test. You need to know that you know how to speak either English or French. Okay? Then you need to meet the educational requirements. That is post-secondary education requirements, like your university and all that. So you need to evaluate it. That's when the West comes in. You need to evaluate your certificates so that they will know it meets Canadian standard. Then you need to get your police clearance certificate or police reports or vulnerable sector check. You need to have that. Then you need to have your medicals. You need to have, okay, you need to have your medicals done. Then another thing I'm saying here is that you need to choose where you are heading, where you want to stay. You don't just because you want to apply for home care jobs because everybody is applying, you now apply anywhere. You need to choose the province you want to settle. What we are talking about now is permanent residence, so you need to choose the province you want to do what? Settle in, okay? Then you have to submit your application before June 17, 2024. Before June 2024, you need to submit this application. You get a job. I know people will be asking now, how do you get a job offer? There are agencies that offer jobs. There are agencies. I will check out some agencies. I will put them in the description box. So you check out some agencies that can offer jobs for you, these caregiver jobs. Then once you have a valid job offer, you did your English test, then evaluate your certificates, your vulnerable sector check, that is your police clearance, then your medicals. You are good to go, and you can come with your family member. That's the most important thing. You can come with your family member. So this pathway is something, please get on board. If you are in this category, please get on board. If you have experience, past experience, work experience on this caregiver job, please get a job on that. Then apply for gaining experience category, because you are not, you've not yet worked in Canada for 12 months, right? So you need to get experience here in Canada for 12 months. Then you put your applications together and apply for direct to permanency pathway category, and you have it. And this category offers you an open work permit. Once you get it, you can work with any other employer aside the employer that brought you to Canada. Okay, so if this information is applicable to you or anyone you know, please do share this video so that it will reach the appropriate people and the people that matters. Okay, everybody might not be eligible for this caregiver pathway, but I promise I'll be bringing in different pathways aside studies for you to be in Canada. I'll drop the links where you can also read up about this in the description box for you to read about it and follow the instructions carefully and apply. I wish you all the best. See you till I come your way again.